Scarly had been at the quarry all week and was glad to come home to the sheds. His good friend Rainy's was there waiting for him. "Hello, Scarly. Welcome back," said Rainy's. "It's good to be back," he replied. "Now tell me all the news." Mr. Percival purchased a new passenger engine to help with the summer workload, but they're quite a handful. Scarly was puzzled. There are two engines in one, you see. A double fairly, I believe, explained Rainy's, but they can't work together to save their lives. "I see," said Scarly gravely. As if on cue, the new engine bustled into the yard. "Hello, you must be Scarly," said one end. "I'm Mighty." "And I'm Mac," said the other, "and together we're Mighty Mac," they said in unison. "Splendid to meet you both," replied Scarly. Just then Mr. Percival arrived. "Good afternoon, Mighty Mac. Duke is busy today, so I would like you to take the picnic train to the station by the lake." "Yes, sir." They whistled together. Mr. Percival smiled and walked away. "I'll be in front today," Mac declared. "You were in front yesterday." Mighty replied. "It's my turn today." "No, that was a few days ago." Scarly and Rainy's glanced at each other as the two chuffed off, still arguing. Mighty Mac picked up the picnic train and steamed away down the line, quite cross indeed. Soon they came to the first hill. "Pull harder, Mac. You're lagging," Mighty commanded. "I'm not lagging. This train is just heavy," Mac retorted. "For you, maybe. There's a reason I'm called Mighty." "Fine then, pull it yourself," Mac said, shutting off steam defiantly. Without Mac, the train slowed dramatically. Mighty strained as the passengers leaned crossly out of the windows to see what was the matter. "Come on, Mac, pull!" "Oh, I thought you were Mighty," Mac smirked. Mighty seethed quietly as they reached the top at last. Mac began to brake, but Mighty, eager to make up lost time, rocketed down the other side of the hill. "Slow down, Mighty. This is too fast," Mac called. "I wouldn't need to go this fast if not for you. We'll be late." The coaches were being bumped and bounced around as they rattled down the hill. Picnic baskets burst open and passengers fell out of their seats. Coffee was spilled and jellied donuts went flying. "Stop! Stop!" shrieked the coaches. At last, Mighty slowed down. Passengers with spoiled clothes shouted out the windows. "You've upset the passengers," Max scolded. "That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't stopped pulling. You still could have braked." Mighty was angry now. "You want me to brake? So be it." And he abruptly slammed on his brakes hard. The front coach bashed into Mac and bounced right off the rails. "You're a mighty fool," Max said. "You've derailed the first coach." "You were the one who wanted me to brake," Mighty retorted. "Shut up, both of you!" Roared a passenger, stepping out of the coach. Everyone was furious. Mighty Mac fell silent at last. The passengers began to lift the coach back onto the rails. Mighty Mac watched and listened as the passengers worked together. Soon, the coach was back on the rails. Mighty Mac puffed on, silent for the rest of the journey. When they got back to the shed, Mr. Percival was waiting for them. "You have caused delay and confusion," he scolded. "If you were to run on my railway, I expect you both to work together and not let petty arguments cause trouble. I hope you will work in harmony when you next come out of this shed." After Mr. Percival left, Mighty Mac was silent for a long time. At last, Mighty broke the silence. "Mac, I'm sorry for being rude to you and for being careless." "I'm sorry to Mighty," Mac replied. "Mr. Percival is right. We must work together, just like the passengers did. Let's start first thing tomorrow." Mighty smiled. "Agreed," Mac grinned. And with that, the two friends went happily to sleep.